Welcome back. So, this is Tess, and had the privilege of riding Tess this summer while her mom is away, enjoying cooler weather. And again, it's never like I'm gonna do some things and I have a rough plan. I don't have a storyboard. I'm not one of those guys that plans it out. Your guys' questions, my life, things going on in life tend to dictate the lesson. What the horse does dictate the lesson. Things that I've had trouble with other clients doing in my lessons and other things I try to break down so you can go over it and over it. And I don't know about you, but I need to see it, hear it, live it, breathe it hundreds of thousands of times. So for some of you it gets redundant. For some of you, you think you have it and it's redundant because you're missing some things, and maybe you come back and you find some of those things. You think, oh, I was doing it just right, but I missed that. Ooh. And sometimes those are the biggest things. My friend used to say, the last thing you learn is the first thing you needed to know. And if that, I wish it wasn't that way. I wish we could see those basic things from the beginning and the things that are probably some of the most important. But we don't. Some people just quit. There's lots of easier ways. You know, universal horsemanship. If this was universal, everybody'd be doing it because it works too good. But it took me thousands of horses and years and working with some of the greatest horsemen that were ever alive, and I'm not name dropping. I'm very blessed to have been around them. Bill Dorrance, Tom Dorrance, Ray Hunt, Buck Brannaman, some of the greatest people, not just horsemen, but people that I know. And I've heard a lot of things. Sometimes people just never got a chance to know them, didn't spend the time to get to know them, and it's a lot like the horse. You know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Well, I can't do all things. It can't make me be a great horseman. But with God's help and patience, I can be better. And so it's trying to get better in all those things. And the same thing with the horse. I'm trying to take the horse and just make him better each day. Some things are redundant and you have to repeat them. But you can't go to the gym and just watch everybody and expect to get stronger. And if you go to the gym, you can't go once and expect to have it. You can't watch a golf lesson and learn to hit a ball like Tiger Woods. It takes time and practice and everything you do. And that's some of the cool things. So if I somehow inspire you to work with your horse, or you see some things, job done. If I somehow inspire you to live a more positive life, to search some things out, job done. And some days, I gotta admit, it's a little overwhelming. Some days I think should be further, but yeah, again, you put what you put into it. I don't put the advertising and stuff into like I used to, because I just want to work for people that get around it, and kind of sucks because I want the whole world to know, which is why we started the YouTube channel. But we're just trying to find some peace in horses and help those people out that we can. So I'll go over it again. In the circle, I'm looking for her round from the tip of her nose to the tip of her tail. I want this inside front reaching forward to the right. I don't want the hind reaching out that far, but as soon as I thought about the hind, she moved the hind too much. So it was kind of nice because I was thinking of the hind. I want the inside right front reaching forward to the right, and I want the right hind leg reaching up underneath her and engaging. So it kind of lines up roughly where the left front lays. There, that's better. When I do, I'm going to stay behind the shoulder. That's a key point. I don't want to wind up here in front of the shoulder, because now I'm out of position to keep the hindquarters in drive. So if I make that mistake, again, I'll step her out and back. We'll talk more about that later, but it's pretty important to me that they step out and back and out of my bubble there. When I go for the hind, I want to stay behind this shoulder. So if she starts to put me in, I need to rush back in so that I'm driving this hind. Not sideways, hindquarters, but keep going. I want her rolling. It's not an easy move for her to do like that. That's better. Good. Outside front is reaching out to create a tripod. Don't rush through. Just roll your hind. And if I have to keep her hind and she starts anticipating, I might break the pattern. Roll the hind and go forward. Because she starts to think about a lot of things. She's like, I got it. I got it. How often in life do we do that? Pray to God, take control, and then we're like, yeah, what can I do? And I got it. Cool. How can I make it work? I want her to follow me. Keep driving that hind. Forward and through. Forward and through. Forward and through. Forward and through. Good. And then forward and round. Good. Now we'll roll the hind. Little more hind. Good. Don't put me in front of the shoulder though. Get smooth. Engage that hip. There you go. Now the front can come. And we'll roll that front. So she reaches once, over, and then she reaches behind. So I'm going to keep her going. I'm going to look for a couple steps here. There's one, there's two. There's actually would have been three if I would have kept the drive. But don't face up to me. There's 1.5, 1, 2, 3, and release. And I don't want her to square up to me there. I'll pet her. I'm right in that balance point behind that, on that shoulder, so I can open up and drive her forward. And again, we don't want her afraid of the flag, so if she gets to rushing off, might just karate chop it here. Can't kung fu kick while you karate chop. If you've ever been to Diamond Dave's Ninja School, it's here on YouTube, you can watch it. Pretty, self-defense and Diamond Dave's Ninja School. But she can learn to karate chop here and not get too frantic. Good. And then we'll roll the hind. Engage the hind. Keep going. Keep going. I'm still walking through here, so I'm keeping her in drive. That's my main thing. I don't want to pull her hind. I want to drive her hind. If she goes too far, she'll hit my rein there like that. But I don't want her switching. So I fix and release. So just because I say, hey, too far forward doesn't mean completely change directions. It's nice you want to be light, but get that hind reaching deeper. Good. Now we'll move the front. Good. And roll the front. Good. This side's much better. Good. We got 3 steps there. And we'll pause. And we're by the balance point. She didn't square up and face up to me. We'll karate chop here a little. She had to move a little. Try to support her. If she can find a place to stop, it'd be fine. But if she walks off, I'm going to start guiding her feet. She's going to run into a bit of a barrier there, but she's going to have to work at it. There we go. That's a better engagement. Good. Cross behind. I want her to cross in front. Cross in front. Cross in front. Good. And then we'll pet her.